Oh, now we'll have audio. I had the mic turned off. Let's not do that again, eh? How are we this beautiful Sunday morning? I thought, great day for a lovely Sunday drive in the mud. We've got a mission to do, and I'm thinking actually having a break from this map and moving over to the snow map for a while. All my drivers in the trucks are getting a bit tired of the same place. I wonder if they'll feel the same when they're in the snow and cold, miserable cold all the time. It's a nice sunny day here today. Anyway, I still have the environmental audio turned off because I'm near this bloody stupid petrol station. I'll get copyrighted. So just for the moment I've got environmental audio turned off, so you're not going to hear the wind, the birds, the other little things that happen. Just for now. Once I get the other truck away from where the petrol station is, it should be okay. So even here you can just get the music, and that will get you copyrighted. Hey Philip Green, how are you, buddy? I'm glad you popped in to leave a like. It's always nice being liked. Haven't seen you on a Snowrunner stream for a while. Thanks for popping into my stream last night as well, buddy. That was fun. It was great seeing you there. Okay, now we have to go position this truck well. I'll probably reverse it down. Then we need to get the crane to get that into this truck. This crane on the truck is not strong enough to lift these containers into it, so we have to use the big crane for this. Have a good sleep, buddy. Park that there. I should be able to get the crane down beside it. And yes, this should be good. Have a good sweet dreams. Now I need the truck and that truck. Which truck is that one? International. I will enjoy it. I haven't played much of this game lately, so I'm just enjoying playing some of this. I just hate this stupid having to turn the bloody environmental audio off. Stop getting copyrights in this game. But I have to because they have the music at the radio station in metro stations as under environmental audio. More like an environmental pain in the ass. So I hit the milk. I just hit the mic then. Sorry about that. tree there. Hey, it's reversed, not Stop you! Stop! Jesus, I hate this manual gearbox control in this game sometimes. It really isn't the best thought out way of doing it. Okay. They got that in nicely, I think. Okay, let's take this, go to the next one, and then get the crane over there. Do them separately. Take a bit slow. Actually, it's getting dark. Let's make it not that much. Level of snooze. Okay, it's morning now. See, I'm going to finish off this mission. Then we're going to go and travel. I'm actually going to recover all the trucks. Which would be a bit of a nuisance. Then we're going to go and travel to the snow because I just need a bit of a break. Mud. Maybe, I don't know. I decided that one to finish this mission. It'd be easy if I just finished it all here while I've got all the trucks out here. Slow and steady, safest way. Then slow down onto here, don't want to lose the brakes and end up in the water. played enough this game last week. I've just been busy. It's weekend. I'm most likely going to be working all next weekend, so making the most of having this weekend off. Well, off. Well, haven't started on yet. I should be on during the week, and I've got a bit of catching up to do, so I'll probably work all of next weekend. Looking forward to it. The return, yeah, we can't turn without hitting that log. That's good. Worst thing to those logs is that you can get yourself stuck on them. One more. So we got that way just to go a different way to see what that mission is. So we'll go up around that way. Sorry, I rubbed the mic. Had an itchy nose. Last time you were saying, but hey, why are you using another crane? You've got a crane on your truck. Because this crane wouldn't pick that container up. I tried, it just wouldn't pick it up. Not strong enough. It's a weak little bloody thing. It's only good for the small packages. These containers you need a bit stronger. We need to go down to the right here. I wonder if it's easy to reverse down. Yeah, I think I'll reverse down. Place it over there. Finish off this mission. Mission, not mission, should I say. Well, you can call it a mission, but this is not a shooter. It's a task. Park this thing here, shut down the engine. Go and jump back in the international. And up we go. Just not roll it. Once we get to the bridge, I can turn environmental audio back on again. Bloody annoys the crap out of me having to do that. Again, I do it for you guys because I don't want them to get the copyright on. Then they put their own videos on my videos, so I don't get anything for it. And you guys get handed stupid adverts, and I don't have any control over the adverts too. Because when I have adverts on my main channel, I make sure they're skippable adverts. And I turn off all that stupid mid-roll stuff. I hate mid-roll adverts. Okay, we should be safe of the environmental audio, radio, music. Apparently, you guys are going to not buy the music and listen to some shitty radio music. Better. That's better now. Take it slowly down here again. Might not need the diff up here. Start slipping. Turn the diff on. Slipped a bit now. So use that diff. This helps keep the forward drive traction constant between all 6 wheels. You just don't want to keep it on when you're on a flat surface or it's no strain on it. Because you can damage the transmission. You need it again there. Turn it off. It's easier to preempt when you're going to need it, so less chance that you get involved. You're going to need it down here. Not really down, up here. You don't really want it on downhill, so you turn it off when you're down. On, turn it up. Lower that down to low ratio. Just a bit safer when you're in some tight quarters. Back to low plus, a bit faster. I find it better to use this than actually using the auto box, going for the gears. Gives you a nice constant equal speed. Just find it easy to control then. Okay, now let's reverse this thing down. So, hate that, the way they did that stupid gearbox thing. Pain. Didn't really need to do it that way. I've always done it. Been a bit weird with the gearbox usage in this game. Glad it's got the reversing sound so the squirrels don't get scared off. So the squirrels get scared off so they don't get squashed by the truck. We don't let that. Pick it away up. Yeah, of course that was a good spin. So here we got it mostly in. And we'll just pack that up to make sure it's nice and secure. And go down there and drop it off. Go to our right this time. Turn that diff off again. Don't want to blow it. Damage the vehicle. Drive line. All that other stuff. And we finished the mission! Yay! Turn the engine off, save some fuel for now. What other missions do we have? What are the main ones? Super order. Locked at the moment, we can't do that one. I wonder if we can use a truck that's just there. We don't have the right saddle for that. Okay, we'll have to go and jump in this other truck. Not that one. We're going to put the saddle high on this thing, so I'm going to recover. Got what we need. Any updates we can do on this thing? Still can't put the things. Let's put these better tyres on. Now we have to go a long drive all the way back to get that. Needs to be done. Gotta do it. Drilling site doesn't need to be delivered to. Not that drilling site. Must be in here. Drilling site Smithfield Dam. What's that here? So we have to get it to there. It's just not the really big trailer. It's a really big one that's even harder to get through. That's a later mission. Still going to be a long drive for this trailer. It's meant to go down the big one. Take the shortcut this time. Where's this one? This could be the one that I was dreading. How's it done? Let's turn that all drive off for the moment, saves fuel. What I don't understand here is I fixed this bridge. It's still got this thing saying road closed due to detour. No. Fixed the bridge. Detour. Just drive through that water on this left hand side there anyway. Don't go over those metal pole things, they can damage your truck. Don't like that kind of trailer though, awful trying to reverse. Don't go up this one, we got the next one, that's the short one. Believe it or not, if this is the one that I think it is, it's a long, slow trip. And basically do the whole thing in low range, so it's a very slow one. We'll probably start off the mission stream. Probably have to finish it next stream. That's how hard this one is. Not hard, long. It's pretty hard to take it really slowly. It's sketchy moments to get around some walls. At least this saves a section of the game, which is good, of the track, should say. So the normal road goes up and back, so this is much quicker. But we won't be able to come down this way with this trailer that we're carrying. No way, Jose. Okay, we've done that bit. There's two really hard sections when you're towing this trailer to do this mission. This bit here is a little bit difficult. This next bit where this little bridge is extremely hard. Really have to get the trailer straightened out as much as possible. There's that huge dip. But you found that when you had the trailer, you basically drive on that mud on the right hand side there. And so the trailer, its wheels only just get on this bridge. Rate is one of the most painful tasks I've done in this game. Especially if you stuff up and you have to reset it again. So you have to reset the task. So we go over to the start. One of the things I do like about this truck, it's good in fuel. Good size fuel tank. It's got spare fuel on top. Quite a bit of distance with this without having to refill. go and get this trailer. I think this is the mission I've been dreading to do. Let's rip that band-aid off. Getting the trailer up that section's pretty hard. Of this game, it's not just about going from A to B, powering through it. There's some stressful moments. Whoop! Going too fast. Oh, I hate when I do that. It's getting the shit out of me when that happens. You look and go, where the hell did I have it? It's going too fast. No, look up this trailer. We might leave this job mostly to the next stream. It's a big, long, painful process. Yep, this is the mission. That's the trailer. It's the big ass trailer. Bitch of a mission. I'll start it off here so you guys get an idea what you're gonna have to. I'd like to get this trail all the way. I'll show you how far we have to be. There we are. We have to get this thing up along here, up around here, up around here, up around here. And then back along over to here. Where we will come out up here. We have to make our way down here, around here, around here, around here, all the way here, across here, around here, down here, up and around here, down here to here. They're very, very long, slow drive. And it's a big ass trail, as you can see. Mainly that wide bit on the right hand side. You would have to be careful because you're just running low. You take it slow. I hate it when I can't turn. Plan your corners to take it as wide, make the corner as wide as possible. Just the length between. To get the trailer stuck on that log. Yeah, that log. So this might be a 3-part stream to get through this mission. Takes a long time. Be careful that big boulder there, alright. Swinging around this way. Should be okay there, just keep going straight. Tip over this trailer, there's no using the crane to pick it back up again. You have to restart, reset the whole mission. task. Take it slow. Probably have to fill up the truck on the way, so we'll have to set up a fuel truck to fill it up. Yeah, it should be okay at some point. There's some tighter corners that makes it a bit more difficult. I'm going as wide as possible. Trailers are okay. If it wasn't for that darn gantry, that wide gantry, this wouldn't be as bad as this. Should take that off, bolt it back on. Okay, a bit of a... Should be okay. I used a different truck when I first did this one. It was a normal drive, so it did have some crashing issues sometimes. But it was wider, so it was a little bit more stable. Really go wide. Swing that around, go straight. Turn it the other way. Length easy so far. You cannot go fast, you can see why. Bit of tarmac here when I turn off that diff lock, so we don't damage the transmission slash drivetrain. Coming around for the bridge, this can be a bit difficult. What we'll probably do is we'll probably get this to the start of the next map, and that will be the end of the stream. Okay, we've got that into the bridge nicely. This next section up here is going to be quite difficult, it's quite windy. Turned off all-wheel drive for some reason, not the diff lock. I'm supposed to turn the other way around. Going to need the diff lock up here. Put that on again. All the time you want to keep it in low ratio. Take this really wide. too wide there. Gonna get around there. Just. Yep. Oh, that was close. What? A bit too much of an angle there. If I hit that guardrail, I'm damaged most. Okay, come on. Come on back. This corner here is not going to be easy. Oh, you could not get any closer than that. You straighten up a bit here. And then turn. I think that's the worst of this part of the map. Off again. So that part wasn't quite as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's still close. As I have done this before, I can plan it a little bit more. Diff lock on again here, get a bit of mud. So far, so good. Oh, this is such a long mission. So try and do these streams about an hour. We're nearly an hour down, so we're good. I might still go a little bit over an hour, so we'll get this to the next map. And then the next stream is going to be to complete this one, and it's going to be probably an hour to complete this one task. So far, so good. There's a little bit of trouble in this next section. The road's a bit over the place. Should be okay. Taking it wide. Got a long ass, big ass trailer. Long fat trailer. Yeah, easy. It's all about kind of doing those little wide lines and staying out wide. Trailer. How I used to drive the stretch limo, you always just have to remember they had that long wide swing. This section here is a bit difficult, mainly because of angles. First time here, because I had just a rear wheel drive truck, got bogged here trying to pull it up out of here. We might be okay this time, because we are in an 8-wheel drive truck this time, so plenty of traction. So far, that's done well. It's done well. No, isn't this riveting footage? Lift off a bit again. Yeah, that's why I'm driving so slow. If you're new to the stream, I've got a big ass long heavy trailer. You don't want to stuff up on this, so just keep it in low, nice and slow. Yes, that I rhymed that for a reason. We're doing okay. So far, so good. Good morning, Matt. Good morning. Look at this, is the mission I was dreading. This big ass fucking trailer, and have to take it through a very windy, tight bit of road on the next map. I'm not looking forward to it. And you have to take it slowly. This is the one mission I was not looking forward to. But it has to be done. Probably do this as a two-part stream though. I'll try and keep these streams to just over an hour. We're nearly on an hour now, which we are on an hour. So I'm just taking this to the next map, and then I might be ending the stream. But great seeing you, Matt. I haven't seen you on a Snowrunner stream for a while. I need you to get this game so you can help me with this mission. Needed your help, buddy. That's where they're having the multiple trucks. You can have the other guy in the other truck to help pull, push, go and get fuel, repair. I haven't had much for a week, but I did have one just the other day. But I think that's when you're at your cousin's, so. I haven't streamed for about a week. Almost. Been a bit lazy. Hey Matt, it was fun last night, but I really did enjoy our racing last night. Since the lobbies are starting to get a little bit popular, I think to do the enduro we need some more drivers on our pace and stuff. It would have been too boring to try and finish off that enduro last night. It's something I have to try and plan. Hopefully we can get some more people to join in on. It was good with premise on last night though. That race at Watkins was fun. I want to do some more Watkins Glen races. That was the funnest of the races. Lepelic is definitely getting better. And considering that he uses hand controls and his disabilities that he has, he does an amazing job. Because we mustn't forget, he does have physical and mental disabilities, and but I love it that he loves it when I stream. He really likes it when I do the lobbies, and I want to support that. You know, it feels good that he loves it so much. He has a PS5, and the only game on the PS5 he has is GT7. And the guy's amazing, I think, and he's an inspiration that you just don't let anything get in your way. So what I have to do here now, with this big ass friggin' trailer, is make the way down here. This bit here is okay. This section here is scary as shit. And around here. And come down here. Down here. This hairpin here, this corner here, is an absolute nightmare. I nearly got stuck the first time I did this mission. Then the rest of it isn't too bad. But it's a very long, slow ride. Yeah, and he really enjoyed going to Dragon Tail. I'm surprised he really likes Dragon Tail, especially with that Death Chicane, because so many people hate that Death Chicane. I hate it, but I also love it. When you get that Death Chicane right, it feels so good. But when you don't, you're crying. But I think it's amazing seeing him in the stream last night. He really enjoys it. On Friday night I actually held a lobby, me and Heath, and Lebelek joined in as well. He joined in and I used the voice chat, the party chat, so we were all talking. And he was absolutely loving it. He had a ball with me and Heath on Friday night. It wasn't a stream, me and Heath were going to me and Heath were just doing a race together. We're just going to go and try. He's never used a lobby before, Heath. So I was talking him through and getting him into a lobby, and then Lebelek saw that I was online and joined in, and it was great. We had an amazing time. The WRX is probably the heart. It's fast. It's probably the better car, honestly, at that track. For me, anyway. But it's an absolute nightmare for the Death Chicane. The Genesis is actually quite good for the Death Chicane because of its soft suspension. That's one thing I like about the Genesis. It's good for bumpy tracks or ones that you really have to use a lot of curbs, because the curbs do not disturb the Genesis as much as... Whoops. Yeah, curbs don't disturb the Genesis as much as it does with say the WRX, because the Genesis has softer suspension. I just like the way the Genesis handles, honestly. I don't know why. It feels a bit gutless out of some corners, especially in third. If you get down low in the gears, once you get going, once you get the higher revs, the Genesis is it's powerful. It's good, but it's got not very good low range, low power, low end. Yeah, low end. That's the word. But I do like the Genesis. And Heath and Lebelek got the Genesis, and both saying that. I think Lebelek especially said, getting the Genesis is really, he's realised that it's a much nicer car to drive, and that's the thing. So many people just keep going into whatever the meta car is. That's what everyone uses, but it doesn't suit them, and they aren't as fast. I think you need to go in a car that suits your driving style more. That's the thing. Each car has a different driving style to it, and we all have different driving styles. So sometimes your faster car won't be the meta car. Your faster car is whatever car that suits you better. The Alpha's good. The thing with the Alpha though is that it's quite a thin wheelbase, so it can be a little bit loose. It can be a little bit not loose, a little bit unstable sometimes, because it's got such a kind of small wheelbase, the Alpha. The GDR, of course, is very popular. It's actually over. I'm going to cast that as the Datsun. Listen, the Datsun is insane. Used to, our car, the car that you'll be amused by this. The car that we had in Tasmania, Mum's car, was a Datsun 180B wagon, a yellow Datsun 180B wagon. That's probably the first car I ever drove. We used to drive it up and down the driveway when we lived at Exeter, because we had a 7.5 acre block of land. We had a nice long driveway, and my parents would let me drive the car up the driveway. So the first car I ever drove was a Datsun 180B wagon with a 4-speed manual gearbox. Yeah, that's why the front end feels a bit scrabby, because it's quite a thin chassis. The wider chassis is a bit more better for stability, The thinner chassis that the Alpha has means its stability is not too great. Oh, it's gone to the scrap heap now, that thing. We left Tassie and moved back to Melbourne. My brother Jason stayed in Tassie. So did my brother David, actually continued doing his course. He had a red Mini. My brother had a red Mini when we lived in Tassie. And my brother Jason got the Datsun 180B. Yeah, he got the hand-me-down. My first car that I ever owned was a Ford Escort Gear 2.0. It had the actually RS2000 engine in it. Beautiful car. Till the brakes failed. But I learnt the drive in my mum's Mazda 323 Estina. That was the first off. That was the Mazda 323 Estina, the one with pop-up lights. Brand new that was. Great car. I used to love doing the pop-up light dance. You turn the lights on and off, keep turning them off and on, and the lights will get out of sequence. Yeah, 2 litre. I've actually had two Escorts in my time. I had the first one was got a light blue Fairmont Escort Gear with a 2 litre and a 4-speed manual, and then a little bit. Then I went through some other car. I can't remember what. I even had a stupid bloody Gemini. God, that thing was a piece of shit. And then I had a Ford. Then I got myself a Ford Escort Sport, which was basically the RS2000. It had the dual Webers and stuff like that. 2 litre engine, worked. That thing went. The only problem about those dual carbs was that as soon as you planted your foot, you had to start tuning the bloody. It was you'd be constantly tuning the carburetors because they always got out of whack. So here's the section I'm really worried about. So look, I have to try and get this trailer over this. We'll keep trying. She, come on. Oh, by a bee's dick. By a bee's dick. Now it's careful of coming off as well. Oh, this is the stressful part. Fuck me, that was close as. Unfortunately, I've had a few cars in my time. Let me go through them. I've had a Ford Escort until its brakes failed. Then I just basically used my mum's 323 Estina. We went up to Melbourne. We went up to moved from Melbourne then to. I got my license in Melbourne. I'd never had driving lessons. Actually, my father made me have one, but I just literally got in the car and drove. No one ever taught me how to drive, how to do gears, how to do the brake. I just got in the car and drove. But my father insisted I have a driving lesson, so I had to go for one driving lesson. The guy tried it. He said, "You threw reverse parks, perfect." He goes, "Jesus Christ, mate, how can I teach you how to do it?" So all he did was take me on some of the routes that they did when you went for your driving lesson. Went for my driving lesson, aced it. I got 100% out of the theory. I got 96 in the actual practical. And he said the only reason why they do that is because they don't want to let anyone, give anyone 100% because they reckon they get a big head then. But yeah, my driving was just literally jumping in the car drive. No one ever taught me how to drive. So my first car, Escort, gear. Then I drove my mum's Sestino around for a while when the Escort's brakes failed. Into a roundabout, yeah. Tore the front left wheel off. It with the kick. I managed to get through most of the roundabout, but yeah, unfortunately. And then so the 323 Sestino. Then I tried to go down to Melbourne, back down to Melbourne. We moved up to Brisbane with my parents. Then my dad insisted on buying me a shitty car, so he bought me a bloody Holden. Worst car I ever had, most gutless piece of shit I ever had, was a brown Holden Gemini manual, 1.6 litre. It was the Sandpiper edition, so it had this kind of brown with these kind of more lighter brown accents, and the thing was just the most gutless piece of shit I had ever driven. Drove that back down to Melbourne, lived with my brother. I don't know what happened. I was driving near my brother's house and I got blinded by the sun, and I ended up hitting this parked car, writing off the Gemini. So I then, well, that's when I got the Escort Sport 2-door. So my Escort gear was 4-door. The Escort Sport was a 2-door with basically an RS2000, just without the crazy headlights at the front. And then that car just ended up dying, so we sold it for parts. And my parents sent down the 323 Sestino again down to me in Melbourne, so I had the 323 Sestino for a while. Things didn't work out. That's where things didn't work out. I was living with my brother, so I ended up moving back up to Brisbane. We traded in the 323 Sestino for a Nissan Micra. Yes, you heard that right, a Nissan Micra. So it's kind of between me and Mum, but I basically drove it most of the time anyway. Mum just drove Dad's Discovery at the time. Then we tried to do a car detailing business down in Melbourne. So we sold the Marina, the Micra, got a Ford Falcon. I think it was a ED Falcon to use with a trailer. It turned out to have some problems, so we traded that in. When I went back to Melbourne, I actually went to Geelong to do the car detailing business. The car had some water leaks, so we traded that in. Got a Holden combo van to do my car detailing business. So Holden combo van. Yep, that ugly fucking van. Green, basically a Brina with a bloody van stuck on its arse. That car detailing business failed. Moved back up to Brisbane. And sold the combo. Did we do that? So sold the combo. Got a crappy Holden Commodore VH auto. Don't ask me why I got that for, but I did. Sold that. Got a Mazda 323 Protege. Wanted the Sestino, which was the newer Sestino, but it was just too hard and too expensive to get hold of. So this 323 Protege, 5-speed manual, Had the dual overhead cam engine, went pretty well. That's a time when I was actually working as a data logger with a V8 supercar team, because I remember driving around Lakeside a few times with that thing. Met my first wife, traded in the Protege, and we got a Toyota RAV4. Tried to get into the van industry, so had a, which was known as, it was a Mercedes van, but was really a Sangdong, so it's kind of like a fake Mercedes van. That failed, sold that, got a Ford EL Falcon gear. Then we traded that in and we got a Holden Verena with me and my partner. Auto, which she could drive manual. Had that one written off when a Land Rover failed stopping a roundabout on our left. Hit us so hard. Now my partner was 3 months pregnant with my daughter, my wife, sorry, and she was 3 months pregnant with my daughter. We got hit. He hit so hard in the front left of the Verena in the roundabout that he spun the car so quick that the back left of the car hit the back of his car as we spun. And what was it? I had to climb out the driver's seat to get out of the car, because I had to drive out the window. Climb out the window. That's right, because my door would not open because of the whole chassis being bent. The car was a write-off. Ambulance actually said, because the ambulance came along because of my wife being pregnant, they wanted to make sure, took us to hospital for checks. If we had been a second faster in the roundabout, it would have been hit the door, it probably would have killed my wife. And if we had been a second slower, it would have been more of a head-on, which probably would have killed the baby because of the seat belts. So we're coming up to the next really hard part of this map, of this drive, this real hard hairpin. I struggled to get around here last time, so I don't know how I'm going to get through this. Yeah, I love those escorts. So yeah, we had the Verena, we've got a replacement Verena. Then daughter came along, she wanted something different, so we ended up getting a Honda, the original Honda CR-V, that's right. Not the original, sorry, the second one. That was our next car. We had a scooter at that point, because at that point I was a computer in computer IT and I used to ride the scooter to work. It cost me $2 a week on petrol, so that was really cheap. But other drivers aren't very nice to scooters, so I ended up getting out of that. That's also around the time I first started driving limousines, so I used to drive a Mercedes Stretch, was the first thing, and then I drove a Rolls Royce as a limo, some other cars, a Holden HSV Range as a limo. So this next section's where it's really quite hard. I have to really go out wide. There's a tight section here. This is the hardest part of the whole thing. Car-wise, so yeah, that HRV, me and my ex then separated. Part of my separation was I got the HRV unencumbered, so I didn't want to keep the bloody, oh shit, holy crap, look where we're hanging. Wow, we nearly went right off there. The problem is getting this trailer around that. We have to kind of almost drag it. But I didn't want to keep the HRV. It was a shit car. I was living with I was in my 30s, living with my parents again. I don't even want to look backwards. I'm just going to see if that goes around. Oh, we got it around! Last time, I struggled there. Oh, we did it. That's the hardest bit. Thank God. And where was I? Yeah, oh yeah, so traded in the HRV, or sold it actually privately. Got myself a Ford Fiesta. Not the Festiva, the better one. Had a 5-speed manual, had a wheels, man, the thing was slick. It was red, 2-door, real slick car. I mean, it was amazing. Handled really well. Got rid of that when their next partner decided she wanted to learn the drive, and we traded in that because she couldn't drive manual in on a automatic Honda Yaris. Yeah, I know. God, that thing was awful. But anyway, so we had that. And that's the time when I started getting limos, so doing driving for myself. So I bought a brand new Chrysler 300C diesel. And we ended up selling, and then I ended up then I ended up getting a 8.7 meter long Chrysler 300C Super Stretch. Sold the Chrysler sedan because I wasn't enough work. I had enough work with the stretch, so sold the 300C. Got a Toyota Tarago, which I then used for limo work as well. That's the van that I drove Hamish and Andy around for 2 days in the Tarago. Wow, God, I've gone through a shitload of cars. I still haven't got to the end yet. So we had the limos, then we traded the Tarago in on a Ford FG Falcon, just the base model, GLI, whatever you call it, whatever it was, Forte, whatever it was. Traded in on that. Had that for a couple of years, and then we decided that we wanted to get 2 new cars, so we actually traded in the Yaris and the Falcon, and that's when I got the Honda Jazz and the Honda HRV together. We got both cars. Honda HRV was the car I drove, she drove the Jazz. We then sold the stretch and I started driving for the limo company. I started driving for the limo company that bought my stretch. Actually, we're going to have to refill. Sold the stretch, so we just had the Honda and the Jazz and the HRV. I started driving for the limo company. I've driven many other cars with them, a new E-Class, S-Class, Audi A8s, Hold Caprice, which were brilliant as a limo because they had huge boots. And then, of course, now then me and my second wife separated and divorced, and she suggested, because she had a job and I didn't at the point, that she would take, if she could, because she had Mitchell, my son, most of the time. So she took over the HRV and I took over the Jazz. So that's how I was lumbered with the Jazz / Honda Fit. And now, of course, we've got rid of the Fit and I've got the BMW 5 Series. But I still might get another car, because if I start wanting to have weekends off and get a driver to drive my car, I won't have a car for a weekend. So I might end up buying a cheap runabout weekend car just to drive around. So I've got a vehicle to drive when my car's out working. So yes, as you can see, I've had quite a lot of cars. Some would say too many cars. And you'll be probably right. So now we have to go over that way, along here. Up and around. Here, that bit there is a bit hard to get up. And then down there. This trip has been a lot quicker and easier than the first time I tried this one. Well, it's nearly 12 o'clock. I will have to end the stream soon because hopefully I'll be able to finish this before Son wants his lunch. Because I'll have to jump off because the Son sits down here and has his lunch and watches usually Mandalorian or Boba the Fett or something like that. He loves Star Wars. He's a big Star Wars fan. I think we can even jump into auto here, go a bit quicker. Just for a bit. I think my memories of this being so hard was because this is the first time I ever towed. Oh, second time I did try that other one in the first map. This trailer. So it's actually a lot. It was not as much scary as I remember this to be. I was dreading this mission. And I've definitely done it better so far. But we don't want to stuff up now, because if I stuff up this mission now, and have to restart it, I'll have to restart it because you can't pick this back up again. If you tip this over, that's it. It's game over. Here's another really tight bend that's hard to get around. A bit worried about this. It's very tight. Are we going to hit? Yeah, we're going to hit, aren't we? Need to try and get those wide at angles as possible. The bloody Russians, I tell ya. This is in Russia, I think. That is dragging around there. I think this is Russia. No, USA. The bloody Americans. I thought this was Russia. This is America. See, not as good as us Aussies. We think our road's out. Apart from Sydney, because they definitely did not think their road structure in Sydney. They're struggling because they never designed Sydney around the road system that they really needed. Oh, the Mark 1 Escorts with the 2-litre Cosworth engine, man, that thing moved. Problem with the Mark 2, because I had the Mark 2. The problem with the Mark II Escort is that they were much heavier. Okay, this is another little bit of a... Okay, mainly because it's very uneven bits of road here. Back into neutral. I mean low, should I say. Done so well with this so far though, I reckon. But yeah, they really don't look after the roads in these regions, do they? Okay, let's go back to daytime. Yeah, that's better. This might be difficult. This is where we might need a truck to help us. really deep mud. Not too bad. Come on. We might need to go and get some assistance. Oh, we'll have to do this thing. Oh, we can only use that one. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Yes. You too, have a good day, mate. You can enjoy splitting the wood. Thanks, buddy, for coming along and listening to my big long car story. I think I've had too many cars at one time. Maybe see you tonight. I'm not going to have enough fuel to get to the destination, so I'm going to have to park it up here anyway. So I think I might end the stream when we get over here. We're going to have to get another truck with some fuel over here, down here to keep me going. Yes. That. Go back to the garage. But thanks for coming along, Matt. See you in the next one. Gonna go here and at least choose a truck. What truck am I gonna use to bring me some fuel? I think this one to be safe. Customize. This might be a handy truck to use actually now. It's going to be kind of like a recovery truck. I'm just going to drive this over here to now in the stream. Actually, I might go down, fill up the truck and we're in the stream. The truck door, right? For those who are still here, I'm going to go down to the truck and in the stream and fill it up. on an all-wheel drive truck. Well, maybe I didn't choose that. That's okay. Didn't realise it did that. Fill up the track and then I'm going to turn this thing down. At the moment we just use the big old bushes into the left. The only thing I don't like is if you want to fill up the reserves, you have to do it this way. Anyway, this is where we're going to end the stream. Thank you guys for watching. Stay safe. See you in the next video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and bell if you really want to be notified and not miss when I do one of these amazing streams. Catch you later. Stay safe and bye for now.